All right. I think we're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Knicks Film School Watch Along for tonight's game featuring the New York Knickerbockers and the Charlotte Hornets. I know Sean's coming at some point tonight. I believe Andrew may tag along as well. Maybe we'll get some other friendly faces. But welcome. We haven't done one of these in a little while. You could go ahead and blame that on a combination of, let's see, pretty crappy teams that they've been playing, and also my schedule just being a little bit unwieldy. But happy to be here. Happy to be doing this. I felt like I've been abdicating my responsibilities here as primary host of Knicks Film School. So it's good to be back. But anyway, I hope everybody's well. Hope everybody's been enjoying the winning streak. I believe is there a St. John's game also on tonight? I think there might be. I should probably know that, but I at least know who the Johnnies are playing. They're playing Duke. And that's only because I listened to Zach Lowe's whatever it was, little preview thing. Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay, so no St. John's game tonight. So what is going on tonight? Oh, it's opening day. Congratulations to all those who celebrate. Did the Mets win today? Let's see if the Mets won. Mets score today. Oh, yay. The Mets won 11-7. Well, congratulations to the Mets on their way to 162-0. So, as always, very exciting stuff. All right. Shout out to everybody watching. We'll obviously carry you guys through till the end of this game, until the post game. Shout out to my guy, Chris Dayton, who already tweeted a picture of himself wearing a Knicks Film School shirt courtside at this game. I know there's a lot of Knicks fans representing the team down in Charlotte. I saw Steve Popper tweeted out that still very much feels like a Knicks home game. And I'm sure Knicks Film School has some nice representation down there. So shout out to everybody in the arena or just watching from wherever you're watching. I'll take some questions here before we get started. We got some from Anthony here. I'm trying to figure out who's going to have a career night on the Hornets. Man, I don't know that the Hornets have like that anonymous guy that's gonna like. This isn't the sort of game where somebody you've never heard of is going to be responsible for the Knicks losing. I don't. Like the Knicks or the Hornets at this point have enough like very, very like they have a legit 1 through, I don't know if I want to say 1 through 8 or 1 through 9 rotation. No, that's actually both of those are wrong. It's a legit 1 through 10 because I forgot about Zion James. But Kobe White's been an incredible addition for them. He's already had career nights against the Knicks, so it's not going to be him. Con Knipple has had a few career nights already in his first season in Charlotte. So he owes us one because he has by far the worst shooting line against the Knicks this year out of anybody he's played. Josh Green, he's been in the league for a while, obviously. Grant Williams, he's been around for a while. Kalkbrenner's coming off the bench now. So they go a legit 10 deep. So this is like, it doesn't feel like it should be a real team, but it is a very, 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 very real team. We got Antoine checking in from Switzerland. What's going on, man? Thanks for watching from the other side of the world. So we got a question about Scorebug. Unfortunately, we don't have the capability to do a Scorebug, but I will be periodically updating everybody as we move along. Freaking playback going away killed us a little bit, but we are looking into other options to kind of replace what they brought to the table. So we'll get it right. What else we got? Oh, of course, we got Armin. What's a watch along without Armin? What is Armin saying? They can't have a lot of breakdowns from 3 today. Well, one of the reasons the Hornets worry the shit out of me is because they take a lot of threes and they make a lot of threes. So not exactly a winning combination for the Knicks defense. So regarding Josh, just game just tipped off for me. If anybody wants to sync up, and I'll actually kind of count it down once I see the timer on. But I was at the game where Josh Hart fouled Kobe White's hair and they lost. It's not the most fun thing to be around. All right, so we got Jalen Brunson getting some nice penetration off the right off the bat. I'm not really that worried about the Knicks scoring in this game. I am worried about them stopping. And sure enough, there's Brandon Williams with a thunderous follow-up dunk on a missed Knippel three because nobody decided to box him out. Like, if you do not get up for this Charlotte team, OG misses a three from the top of the key, they will run you out of the building. Like, that is the one thing that is undeniable from them. They play. And it's funny because, they don't, is LaMelo with a floater. He's been playing outstanding. Like, they don't play fast. They have one of the slowest paces in the league, but they will speed you up and they will make you uncomfortable with what they could do. So good test for the starters here who look a little discombobulated. Not ideal. As Jalen Brunson isolates on Diabate from the top of the key. I just realized my microphone's not on. Not what you want. And then there's LaMelo from three. So the Knicks already in a minute and a half are showing themselves not to be ready for this matchup based on what you've seen so far. Nice drive down the middle for Cat. You like that? They got to D up here pretty quick because this could get very ugly very fast. Like, there is no easing in against this fucking team. You just can't do it. You don't have that choice. And then there's Cat fouling Brandon Miller on a switch. Miller, I mean, you could say this again about pretty much every prominent Hornets player. Like, Miller's having an outstanding season. Yeah, sorry, Scott. My timing's always going to be probably a little off, but this is where I'm at. So 10-11 left. We got Brandon Miller at the free throw line. Just hit the first. Again, welcome everybody joining us for first watch along we've had in a little while. I should have said, I was a little late arriving, but I should have said, I do think this is, it's not like a must-win game, or if they don't play well tonight, it's the end of the world. But you'd like to see them with, 8 games in the season left after tonight, kind of take this one somewhat seriously. And they haven't so far. So they get a little lucky there. Cat tries to hit Bridges on a cut, and it deflects to OG's hands on the corner, and OG hits a three. All right, defense looking a little more active now. Although there's Cat in a drop against LaMelo, and that's timeout Knicks, because Mike Brown's seeing the exact same thing that I'm seeing, which is that they are not ready to play defense tonight. And again, I don't know. I'm going to just keep repeating it. You cannot lollygag your way again into a game against this team, because you will be down. You'll give up 45 points in the first quarter before you know what hit you. So, it's you can't. Being in a deep drop against LaMelo Ball is just it's not an option. And that was one of those classic, technically it's a contest by Cat, but we know it's not really a contest, because you might as well not even be there if that's your contest against LaMelo Ball. What do we got here? Armand, another note from Armand, comment from Armand. The egg that OKC laid last night hurt, no cushion. Yeah, I mean, I think if you were looking at both team schedules, you were kind of probably counting on that as one of the losses for Boston. Then again, you could say, maybe they shouldn't have lost the Timberwolves game with no Anthony Edwards. I don't know. I'm not I'm certainly not counting on catching the Celtics. I think they could catch the Celtics. I don't think it's the end of the world if they don't catch the Celtics. I'm more concerned about seeing them play at the level. I would like to, before the end of the regular season, I would like to see them play at the level that I think that they will need to play to actually beat Boston in a series. Because I don't know. I don't think we've seen that for 48 minutes in a while. That's my concern more than the seeding. But listen, if they play that way from here on in, obviously they're not playing that way tonight so far, then they should get the 2 seed. Bricks Nation expects at least 130 points from the Hornets tonight. I mean, they put them up like nothing. So, I would not be surprised. Hopefully not. I hope the team starts defending. Lito says he's finally catching a watch along before the last 30 seconds of the game. Well, listen, better late than never, right? Happy opening day to you too, David or Davey, or the Vikings fan. I always get that wrong. Did not know you were a Padres fan. I know nothing about baseball other than that the Mets are supposed to be decent and the Yankees, I guess, are supposed to be decent also, and that the Dodgers are perpetually amazing. I think that's all I know. Okay, game's back on. What's up, Mike? Okay, so 12-7, 9:30 left in the first quarter. Knicks defense has not really been there. And right off the bat, Mikal Bridges, and again, just the lack of pep, the lack of flow with the starting unit. You could see it already. And there's Mikal Bridges throwing it's just like a hesitant pass. And this whole unit just, again, playing hesitant because it's what they do. All right, Josh Hart, nice steal. Getting in the passing lane. Dangerous pass. And Mikal Bridges misses a layup. A contested layup, because of course he does. Because why wouldn't Mikal Bridges miss a contested layup? So Josh Hart's hustling. That's good to see. We like that. Couple of nice plays there on defense for Josh. Great job throwing it off LaMelo. All right. Still 12-7, 8:50 left. What do we got going on here? All right. So we got the LaMelo switch for Brunson. Now, what are you going to do with it? We're going to throw it out of bounds. Because Ojananobi can't handle the pass. It's like fucking clockwork. You can't write this shit. Oh, God. And then I looked away for a second, and I missed who hit that shot. Miles Bridges. Okay, great. So 14-7. All of the starting lineup questions are going to come flooding back after this game. As they probably should. Mikal Bridges hits a 3. Nice. Above the break, too. All right. Could we defend a whole possession for a 24 seconds? Nice action by the Hornets. And then, okay, they get a little lucky because nobody really aggressively went for that rebound, but went out of bounds anyway. What's this? Bricks Nation. J-Mac, you're an Italian American. You're supposed to love baseball. I liked baseball for most of my life, but I just got bored by it. And then we had kids, and I had to cut some stuff out of my life. Brunson with a little floater. Nice. Okay. Good. That was good. When the Knicks have gotten up shots, they've been good. You just got to get up shots and not turn the ball over. And there's Brandon Miller with another 3. Late contest by Mikal Bridges. Not what you want. I'm sorry. The defense is just, other than Josh Hart making some energy plays, the defense is a step slow in this game. We're not prepared to defend this basketball team. Nice contested runner from Jalen Brunson. Very nice. Love the way JB is playing out of the bat or out of the gate, but that's not a contest, Cat. It's not a contest, Cat. Just because you're there and you have a hand up does not make it a contest. That's not a contest. So that's a Concanipple 3, 20-14. The Hornets have 20 points in 5 minutes. And nothing about this is lucky or anything like that. Did Cat just airball a hook shot? I think he did. What? They got lucky there that LaMelo did not hit that because that was not well contested. LaMelo gets the floater to go. 22-14. This is ugly. This team, the Knicks cannot stop this team. And I'm not even blaming Brunson. There's just the lack of ferocity. Oh, God. All right, so we got Bridges short-arming a floater. Hart can't stop Con Knipple on penetration. 24-14. This is easily the worst their defense has looked in, man. I don't know. I have to go back and think about this. The Hornets aren't breaking a sweat. Not even remotely. Okay. They miss finally. All right, 24-14, little under 6 minutes to go. Nice pass from Josh Hart. Bridges, is that it? Did they count that? Yeah, okay. I was like, why didn't the score change? All right, so it is, hang on, get a score update here. 24-16. Some early stats here. Hornets are 9 for 14 from the field, shooting 64%. They are 4 of 9 from deep. And yeah, I mean, that's all you really need to know. I mean, the Hornets are moving the ball like it's like extremely easily. Knicks not staying in front. Knicks not giving real contests. Knicks not pressuring the ball. This is what this offense could do to you if you're not prepared, because every single person other than Diabate, and they don't need him to do this, every person on the floor can shoot, can pass, can dribble. And they can shoot from multiple places on the court. They could shoot from 3, they could shoot from the mid-range. You know, like you don't get to be the number one offense over a 3-month period without having some serious wherewithal. And here's the thing though, the Knicks should be able to slow them down because they have one exceptional defender in their starting 5, one guy who's supposed to be in the vicinity of exceptional at times, and then a guy in Josh Hart who's supposed to be pretty good. And if Cat could just do what he's been doing, but the tough part with them is they spread you out and they're going to get Cat in positions that he doesn't want to be in, and they're going to get Cat to the point where he has to do what he's been having to do in this game, not very well, and contest on the perimeter. Which it's not going great. As my daughter is coming down to say hello. Yeah. You're good. Can you check on Isabel? Awesome. So for anybody who doesn't know, and why would anybody know? Thursdays are the night that my wife is out of the house. Thursday nights, because she works late. So praying that the youngins are, doing okay. But that's why you have an older sister to check in on the younger sister, right? Anyway, some questions here. Is Deuce back? No, Deuce is not back. Seems like I thought he might try to give it a go tonight. But seems like it's going to be either Sunday or, I guess, whatever the Bulls game is. That Tuesday. Antoine says Cat should destroy Diabate. Yeah, he should. He absolutely should. And yet he's gotten one shot and I don't think it hit the rim. Paul, this isn't fun basketball to watch to me. Just chuck up 3 after 3. I mean, listen, it's like the way the rules have evolved over the last however many years. Jordan Clarkson's in and Mitchell Robinson's in, by the way, with Bridges, Hart, and Brunson. So that seems to be pretty consistent at this point, like taking OG and Cat out together as the first subs out. Hart falls trying to draw an offensive foul, and of course it results in a breakdown. and an open dunk from Kalkbrenner because Mitch had to go help. Yeah, you better hope you get in the foul call on that, otherwise you're screwed. But this is like if you're gonna build a basketball team in terms of skill sets with the modern rules the way they are, like you're gonna build something pretty close to this Hornets team. So yeah. They're just I can't say enough good things about them. They're really, really good. You just have to be able to outscore them because they don't defend as well as they maybe should. All right, offensive foul on Brandon Miller. Good. So we got slow runner here. Knicks are badly coached. Brown never gets these guys ready to play. You know, the starting five had some issues last year under Tibbs. Different kind of issues, but issues for sure. I don't think it's a Brown thing. I will just say that. All right, so we got 26-18, 4:30 to go. Brunson doing a lot of dribbling. Hits Clarkson. Very nice pass. And a very nice cut from Clarkson to hit the middle of the paint and put up a nice floater, which he's just been automatic from. I mean, he's been good from the short mid range all year, but ever since he's come back in the rotation, especially, I don't think he's missed from that distance. So that's if they could get him and in that range, and there's a turnover. So the one thing that I was curious about was where the Hornets ranked in turnovers because they are a young team. And they pass it a lot. But they're, if I recall correctly, they're not. Yeah, this is the one area they're bad. They're fifth from the bottom in turnover rate. So that's why you got to put pressure on them. You know, if you don't put pressure on them, they're going to carve you up. Okay. That's Hart with a, that was a foul line fadeaway jumper. I was gonna say it's a little outside his range, but he's feeling confident right now from 2-point range, so that's fine. Oh, that was actually a little behind the foul line. All right. Yeah, Armin, I'm with you here. Down 4 with the defensive start that they had is not terrible at all. But also their offense has been pretty freaking good, so you don't want to count on continuing to make whatever percentage of their shots they're making. They got to be shooting 60+% right now. But I agree. All right, so we got some subs in for the Hornets. Kobe White's in. Like I said, Kalkbrenner's in. Grant Williams is in. I think that's Zion James. Yeah, that's Zion James. So this is the unit where the Knicks should be able to make a little bit of progress here. Looks like an offensive foul on Kalkbrenner, I think. And this is a unit that has been great for the Knicks all year. Brunson plus Mitch. Honestly, it doesn't even matter who else is on the court. Brunson plus Mitch has been world beaters for the Knicks all season. It really is. It really has come down to like surviving the starters' minutes, which is so sad, but it's also true. And sure enough, as I live and breathe, there's Mitchell Robinson with an offensive rebound on a Brunson miss. Unfortunately, they can't kind of corral the ball. I think Mitch was like falling out of bounds, just trying to get back to Clarkson, but that's fine. That's third turnover for the Knicks. 3 minutes left, 26-22. Hornets. Why is Mitch guarding so... why are you... Oh, wait, what? Was that a foul? Hold on here. I got to get the sound on a little bit. Yeah, why are you guarding up so much there, Mitch? We don't... I love the aggressive... I mean, I love the mentality, but like... We need you not in foul trouble in this game. So what does Clyde say? Hard, not smart? All right. Look at Jordan. See, that's what I love about Jordan Clarkson, getting up into Kobe White's space. That's what the Knicks need to do more of against teams like this. Get in their space, and be able to guard up without worrying you're going to get blown by or you're going to get, called for a foul. Nice block by Mitch also. Shout out to, we got about 300 people watching. I know Sean's having some computer issues, but he should be here at some point. We hope. In the meantime, you got me. All right. So foul on Charlotte, Sion James. Sion James, for anybody who doesn't know, and why would a lot of people know who Sion James is? He's like their 10th man, and he's not like, I can't say that much about him. Every time I watch the freaking Hornets, this guy plays so hard, which, maybe Brunson can use that to his advantage. What? Okay, so Brunson tried to get it to OG in the corner, and I don't know who tipped that. I think it was Knipple. So a little, the passing has been not what you want, and Brunson has had a few of them. So Brunson needs to clean it up from a passing perspective, which, again, it feels like we see this all the time now with him in the first quarter, where he has this mentality where he's got to get everybody involved, and it's just like, and he's going to get, it looks like he's going to get, is he going to get, no, it's the tip. Okay. I thought he was going to get 2 free throws. There you go, JB, get up there. Love to see it. You better call a foul on that. All right, that was a little bit of a bailout, but smart move by JB getting the rookie in the air. Smart. Check in on the chat again. Sion James, who LeBron wishes Bronny was. I mean, you got to have a little bit of talent too. Not that I'm sure Bronny has some talent, but I don't think there's enough there. Booger Holler, great name. What is it that Knicks fans like about Charlotte? I'm asking as a native of North Carolina. I have no idea. All I can tell you is that DJ Zulo, our own resident film guy, he lives down in North Carolina, and he says he loves it. Quieter life, a little bit slower pace. When we had decided like I wasn't going to teach anymore, I guess a little more than a year ago now, and we wanted to get a house and we wanted to get out of the apartment, I brought up the idea of maybe looking into going down to North Carolina. And my wife was like, we don't know anybody in North Carolina. Why would we go live down there? I was like, I don't know. Get a nice house for your money. It's warm more of the year. So it seems pleasant. But I don't know that there's like a draw down there. Yeah, Fox says maybe the barbecue. Well, that would be dangerous because I love barbecue food, and it's not the barbecue food doesn't love me. I can't be eating that shit. So that would be not ideal if I lived in the home of barbecue. Yeah, I mean the weather's always part of the answer. Anyway, okay. Brunson 3 for 3 from the line, and after that, just absolutely horrendous start on the defensive end. Knicks are within 26-25, and just as I kind of give their defense a half-hearted compliment, Knipple hits Kalkbrenner for fairly uncontested roll, ending with a dunk. So not what you want there. I mean, I thought, well, let's see if we can hold them to like 35 in the first quarter. Nice runner from Brunson. Looks good. Let's say that. Brunson looks good. Other than a couple of errant passes, Brunson looks good. And I would not be surprised if he looked good from here on in the regular season. So that Kalkbrenner top of the arc 3, I have no shade for Jordan Clarkson. He fought like hell around that pick. There was a hand there. That's just Knipple being fucking Knipple. And there's Diawara drawing a nice move from Mo. Look at this. Let's see the replay on this. That was pretty. Let me see this. I don't think Knipple was ready for this. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It was Grant Williams. Well, Grant Williams wasn't ready for this. Man, this kid, I can't wait till next year. All right, so we got Grant Williams out of the game. That was a quick stint for him. Brandon Miller back in. Feels like there's been a lot of substitutions already for the Hornets because they've already subbed out multiple guys and then subbed them back in. Then again, the Knicks did the same with OG. This is going to be a heavy minute game for OG. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a close game tonight, which I hope it is. I would not be surprised if OG Anunoby pushed 40 minutes or went over 40. Get that. There we go. Come on, tie this game up. Crafty. Good. All right, so Brunson got fouled on after Mo got his own missed free throw offensive rebound, although someone else had to tip that. I'm assuming it was Mitch.
Wawa, yes. Every time I see that, I think of the gas station, Wawa. Fox asked if Khan hit a three in his first two games versus the Knicks. He hit 1 3. I said it on Weekly Wagers today with Sean. I looked at his 3-point percentage versus every team in the league. His 3-point percentage against the Knicks was lower than any other team. It was 7% or 7.7%. Next worst was against the Wolves. He played one game against Minnesota. He was 1 for 8, so 12.5%. Everybody else, he was at least 25%. And there's teams, a lot of teams where he's hit like half of his threes or more. So Khan owes us a few. And it seems like he's off to a nice start in this game. All right. Where's your man, JB? What, like, that is just, how does that, so, okay. I'm trying to understand what happened. So JB went rogue to try to swipe the pass that he thought was coming to Kalkbrenner, who was not a threat to shoot it at the top of the arc. And then somehow that resulted in Diawara for 3. Very nice. That resulted in Brandon Miller being left wide open. You cannot have that level of breakdown. I don't know if that's on JB or somebody else, but that's a bad breakdown. All right, so we're tied at 34. The offenses looked awesome, I should say. We got 39.3 seconds left. Mitchell Robinson just fouled, and see, now that's Mitch's second foul. This is why that freaking foul out 40 feet from the hoop against Kalkbrenner was. All right, as we got Sean coming to hang out. Hopefully his computer's working. Kobe White hits the first. So we got big freeze. They got to give Mo a deuce deal. Listen, I'm sure they would love nothing more than to give Mo Diawara the deuce deal. I don't know if Mo's taking the deuce deal. I hope he does. That would be really nice. But if you're interested in the Mo Diawara contract situation, shout out to my guy Jonas Plout, who writes a free Substack called The Cap Crunch, in which he went deep a few weeks ago on the Mohamed Diawara, very, very, very unique, potentially unprecedented contract situation because of several things that I'm not going to get into right now. But go check that out. Again, the Cap Crunch is the name of the Substack. Completely free to read. Just Google Cap Crunch Substack and you'll find it. I think it's the last thing he wrote. Oh, Brunson has been brilliant in this quarter. And they're tied. 36 all. All right, good defense, good hard defense. Don't leave anybody open. What are we doing? So Clarkson played great defense for the entire possession, and then for reasons I don't understand, he let up at the last second. I really don't get that. Okay. So nice corner kick from Brunson to Diawara on the drive. Great look from the corner for Diawara. Just missed it. Would have actually given the Knicks the lead after the first quarter. Even so, there are a lot of things to be happy about on one side of the ball. 38-36 Charlotte. We'll go through some numbers. Hornets shooting. This can't be right. Is this right? This is right, isn't it? Hornets shooting 70. That's a 7-0% from the field. They are 6 for 11 from deep. You hope that comes down a little bit, which means that they are 8. They are 8 of 9 from 2-point range. I'll say that again. Charlotte, first quarter, 8 of 9 from 2. And again, 70% overall. So that maybe needs a little bit of work. The Knicks, to their credit, 64% overall. They've gotten to the line 6 times, made 5. Turnovers, 5 for the Hornets, 3 for the Knicks. And the Knicks have done a good job actually capitalizing on those turnovers. Pretty good job. 7 points off of 5 Charlotte turnovers. And what else here? I mean, that's in terms of individual guys. Brunson feels like he has, what, 12, 14, something like that? 17 points for Jalen Brunson. Hello, how you doing? Not a lot of rebounds to be had in this game. The Knicks have 4? The Knicks have 4 rebounds in the game. My Lord. Who else is doing? Nobody else really. I mean, Brunson has taken the lion's share of the shots. There are 22 shots. He's taken 9 of them. But again, 17 points, 6 of 9 from the field, plus 4 assists. So Brunson has been responsible for, like, I don't know how many of those assists were threes, but he's responsible for probably 26, 27 of the Knicks points. Pretty damn good. And they just got a D up. I don't know what else to say. They just got a D up. All right, couple check in on the chat. John Chu, the Wolves Rockets game last night was crazy. I was so exhausted because I spent most of yesterday removing a fence from my backyard. Don't ask. And so I had the Pistons Hawks game on the big TV, and then I did Celtics OKC and Cleveland Miami on the 2 little ones. So I was keyed in on those, and then I was like, it's time for bed. So I missed pretty much the whole game, but yeah, I saw what happened today. All right, Charlotte gets the ball to start. Again, 38-36 Hornets. Knicks have not really shown any cognizable ability to slow this offense down. And who do we have to start here? So good defense. LaMelo missed from 3, but Jose Alvarado, Kobe White skied over him for the rebound. And then there's Miles Bridges just getting around Cat, which I don't even blame Cat too much for that. That's like, it's a nice move. It's a nice individual offensive move by a guy who's a very talented individual offensive player. So who's on the floor right now? Jose, JC. Oh, nice. Clarkson pursuing the miss too. Really nice move. Really nice pursuit. Mo, OG, Cat. No Bridges. Interesting. Okay. So again, pretty good defense from Jose. And they allow the offensive rebound, but it doesn't matter because they missed the follow-up 3, and of course can't capitalize it because Jose tries to hit Diawara ahead for a pass up the court that goes out of bounds. I tell you, Jose Alvarado's postseason rotation spot, fuck postseason, just once Deuce comes back or Shamit, either one. I just don't think. And there's Kobe White for 3. I don't know how like Jose is just not giving you enough. I'm not saying he's like unplayable, but with the other guys that you have, I just don't see. He's just not giving you enough value, and you need value from that spot. You need value from every spot. All right, so Cat settles for a long 2 for reasons I have no idea. Hornets back the other way. 42-38, little under 10 to go in the first quarter. Nice defense from OG Anunoby on Kobe White. It's a tough assignment. And then, okay, good job, OG, drawing the blocking foul on Kobe White. So I would like to see Cat be a little assertive here with this group. You know, there's like, so he's got Diabate on him. All right, so here's Cat at the top of the key. Hits Clarkson, and who gets fouled. All right, it's a nice pass from Cat. Scott Stern says Cat needs to remove the step back from his diet. There's just no player in the NBA. I don't care who you are. There's just no room in the NBA anymore for a step back long 2. Doesn't matter who you are. You know, Kevin Durant, maybe. That's it. And Cat again with a great pass. So give Cat this. His passing has been on point. Great job. Great cut from JC and great pass from Cat. All right. That was good defense. Again, really good pursuit by Jordan Clarkson around the screen there. And there's Jose. Ugh. Damn it. So Jose with nice defense on LaMelo, and then Diabate does what Diabate does, and that's make a hustle play. And he ricochets the ball off of OG. Man, Diabate's good. And he was good against the Knicks last year, too. Like, this is not a flash in the pan from him. He was good last year, but now just the team is good. And they put him in the starting lineup. That's kind of, it's kind of helped turn their season around, putting him in for Kalkbrenner. All right, so 3.5 seconds left. Do not give up something easy here, please. And it's God. So they defended that okay, and then they couldn't get the rebound. And now we got a jump ball because it's a wedgie. And just in time for that. Wait, where is he? Show him with a W.
Speaking of wedgies.
How you doing?
I'm doing better.
Okay, that's good.
I seem to have figured out my issues.
Is your computer? Are you on your computer? It seems like you
yes,
are.
I am.
Great. All right, so I'll let you know where we're at now. You can try to work on syncing up. So
8:46. I think I'm ahead of you. I'm ahead of you.
You are absolutely ahead of me as Josh Hart
yes.
does a really good job. Wow. Come on. Is that going to be a jump ball? That's going to be a jump ball. All right, so you're at the point where they're about to do the jump ball?
Yes. Okay. Diabate and Josh Hart are pointing, whatever.
If you want to pause it at like the jump, or like you tell me.
I'm going to pause it at the 8:40 mark.
Okay. Great.
3, 2, 1, pause. All right.
Don't tell me who gets the ball.
I'm not. You just count down the clock out loud.
Diabate's going to win this tip, isn't he? He's a very large human. Yes, he did. Okay. All right. 8:44, 43, 42, 41, 40.
All right.
Okay. Miles Bridges makes a floater, and the Hornets are back up by 4. And here we are. All right. 8:30 left to go. Knicks has done a good job, I think. Well, what are your have you been able to watch the game?
I actually have not. I was dealing with computer issues and it was dinner time, so I'm catching up.
I'll catch you up very simply. The Knicks defense has not been able to stop the Hornets. The Hornets defense has not been able to stop the Knicks. The Knicks had a couple of annoying turnovers early as Miles Bridges just bodies, I think that was Clarkson, into the paint. But Jalen Brunson was unstoppable in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Cat has not made a mark on the basketball game yet, which is not ideal.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. I mean, Clarkson's come in and hustled on D, so that's something. OG's made a couple of nice defensive plays. That's something. I just didn't think they came out with the right mentality defensively. Was my major takeaway, but they did good to stay in the game.
That was our concern.
That's you knew that. But look, to be down 6,
here we go.
That is one thing that Cat has been doing very well is passing. Unfortunately, Jose Alvarado at this point is like just really does not want to stay in the rotation, it seems like. Which is unfortunate. That's got to be a foul on Hart.
Yeah, it's a foul.
Yeah. Man, these guys do some creative stuff because you know what it is? The fact that, like, it's so hard because Knipple being, how tall is Knipple? He's like 6'6", or sorry, 6'7", 6'8", something like that. As Sean went bye-bye. But I was just going to say, the fact that you got a movement shooter who's as big as he is, it's just like, it just makes life so difficult. And he can pass. That was good defense. Good individual defense from Cat there. That was really good individual defense. I like that. All right, come on. Get some points on the board. That should have been a lob to Mitch. That should have absolutely been a lob to Mitch from Alvarado. Man, I don't like how Alvarado's playing. He's just not contributing enough. He's fighting hard on D, but he commits a foul. Just a very underwhelming stint. So Armin says, time to start playing Kolek. Like, the way that Alvarado just looked in that stint, if he wanted to give Kolek some run in the second half, I wouldn't object to it. I wouldn't object to it at all. He's not earning his keep right now, Alvarado, and it just, the way things are going, I'm starting to actually like have trouble seeing a world where he remains in the playoff rotation because of Deuce coming back and because of the way Clarkson's been playing. Like, Shaman's not going anywhere. That's just, assuming he's healthy. So Jake Izzo, what's going on, Jake? Hi. I'll pass along your hello to Sean when he returns. Yeah. Bueno Beats Productions. Alvarado has been a waste. I don't want to say he's been a complete waste. Well, first of all, they didn't really give up anything that kills you. So that's good. But and he helped them. Certainly. Early on, I think he was helping them a lot more, even as the offense wasn't quite there. I thought he was just playing better early on. And I just don't think he's been as consistent. And when he's like, the offense just needs to be a little bit better. I mean, I'll look up his numbers, but they're not good. Let's see. For the year, or for as a Knick, Alvarado's shooting 30% from three. He was shooting 36% this year in New Orleans, 35% for his career. And then, so he's, as a Knick, he's 53% from two. It's actually not bad. I mean, the numbers aren't that bad, other than the 3-point percentage. That's the problem, but that's a big part. Brian Valderrama. This is unkind. Sean has more of an impact on this game than Cat. Well, Cat's, no, that's unfair because Cat's made some really nice passes. So look, if Cat's going to pass like that, that is him positively impacting the offense. I did think he had a nice defensive possession again on Miles Bridges there. Just a couple of the weak contests that's not acceptable. Michael Aaron says, Kolek is probably more playable right now because of how Clarkson has been playing on defense, can help offset Kolek a bit. My thinking is that there is a world where neither Kolek or Alvarado are in the playoff rotation, because I just don't see a world where Brown is just playing 10 guys every night, and Deuce, Landry, and Mohamed Diawara, or excuse me, I haven't even mentioned Mohamed Diawara, and Mitchell Robinson are non-negotiables. And then who should get the ninth spot? Is Clarkson, Alvarado, Kolek, Mo? It's like you have all these guys, and they'll all be called upon at some point or another. But I would have Clarkson right now. I just think he's been too helpful. Michael Aaron clarifies, until Deuce is back, yeah. Cat has a double-double, 12 his last 13. Better get a move on if he wants one tonight. Yeah. I listen, it's still early, and sometimes he doesn't get going until late. Okay, Hornets inbounding 46-40. LaMelo, deep three, late clock. All right, so the defense has... The defense has shored up a little bit. They've given up 8 points in 5+ minutes in this quarter. That's fine if you're going to keep up that pace. Hornets were bound to slow down a little bit from D, as you have Bridges trying to do something against LaMelo at the top of the key. JB with the step back from the corner. I don't mind that shot too much. But unfortunately, Mitch can't come down with the offensive rebound. At the same time, I guess I don't mind the shot too much, but that was a kind of nothing possession. Which is Bridges has the ball at the top of the 3-point circle. No advantage is being created by him doing that. So, like, if you want Bridges to handle the ball, like get him on the move a little bit. That was kind of a waste. All right, so we got Bridges guarding LaMelo, I should say, and now Josh Hart switches. Bridges goes off on Khan. They got to switch a ton against this team. This is good defense. It's good defense. It doesn't matter because LaMelo makes a crazy shot. That's just tip your cap. All right, come on. You want to stay connected here. 48-40. You don't want to be going down by double digits again. You worked pretty hard. Oh, that's a great pass from JB. JB is awesome. It's been awesome tonight. Great lob to Mitch, which that's what Alvarado should have done on the possession a few minutes ago. Now they're fighting around screens. Come on. Get into this team. That's great defense from OG Anunoby. Okay, now they're defending a little bit. Now you got to keep it up. What are we doing, Mikal? Woo! OG above the break. Foul line extended. Very nice. 48-45 Hornets. 5:23 to go in the first quarter. All right, Miles with the mismatch. That's who Brunson got stuck on, and that was very easy for Bridges. So one of the things, if I don't know if these teams are going to play each other in a playoff series, hopefully not. But like, what are the Knicks going to do when Brunson has an obvious or when someone has an obvious mismatch on Brunson? That was not a great pass. Make him pay, Josh. Make him pay. I didn't like that shot from Josh. That wasn't a good shot. He wanted the foul, but he's not getting a foul there. Yeah, they'll give that up. That's good. Another pretty good defensive possession. They're stringing together some good defensive possessions now. Another lob to Mitch. Okay. Nice. Nice. This is good. All right, 50-47. Hornets up. A little over 4 minutes to go. The Knicks should be able to defend this group. OG Anunoby, I think he got a piece of that. Sion at the rim. OG stays on the move. I like that. Boom. All right. 50-49. Back within one. It's a nice pushback here from the Knicks. Very nice pushback. Come on, Mikal. I like that. Oh, no. They got super lucky there, and everybody was slow to react. Just as I complimented their defense, they had a breakdown. And there's Bridges again on Brunson, and again he treats him like he's a rag doll, and this time Brunson picks up the foul too. So the Knicks have to figure out the situation. If they're going to get if the Hornets are going to be able to get that mismatch, without much effort. I don't even know if that was a mismatch. That may have just been how the possessions went. Like Bridges is too big and he's too skilled for Brunson to be able to stop him. Yeah, I agree with Scott. Offensive rebounding is hurting us. I mean, look, they haven't given up a ton. So, but it's the margin for error against this team is thin. It's thin. Good call by you, Brandon Williams. They ran a double baseline screen for JB. They were running a play. Nice. I mean, not nice, but that's good to know. And smart job by them. What the hell was that? OG trying to hit Mikal coming across the baseline there. All right, tee up. That's in his range. And right like that, you're back down 7 after you got it within 1. You cannot let up against this team. And it's the hardest part about playing this team is you have multiple empty offensive possessions in a row, and you feel like you can't survive it. Quiet game from Mikal. And there's Kobe end to end. And now that just like that, you're back down 9 after you got it within 1. It's really not ideal. Come on, OG. Hit this. That's a big 3 from OG. Stop the bleeding. Come on. Come back. Defend. Boy, do I miss Landry Shamet and Deuce McBride. There's Kobe with a 2. And just like that, the Hornets have 60 with 2 minutes left, which is like, I guess the way they started out this game, that's not terrible, but it's not ideal. OG with another OG Anunoby's been awesome. Other than that pass, OG's been really good. OG and JB are the 2 guys that have really come to play tonight, with some guys, making contributions. And Mitch has been good. He's active. Get that, Mitch. Oh, okay. Diabate stepped out. Okay. All right. 60-55, a minute 30 left. If they could get this, if they could have this be a 1-possession game, or even honestly, like 4 or 5 points going into halftime, I would feel good. I mean, I've quoted the stat so many times, I might as well quote it again now. The starters have been much better in the third quarter than they are to start games. So, you hope. That's the case tonight. Anyway, let's get some more chats up here. Shout out to, we got almost 500 people watching. Don't forget, if you're watching, help out your friends from Knicks Film School. Go subscribe on YouTube. Hit the like button. Yeah. I never shout out the like button anymore. Why don't I do that? Hit the like button. Armin, this is slobber knocker, as JR would say. We're not quoting JR tonight. Mike Knockad. I'm probably reading that wrong. How are you doing, John? I'm good. I was kind of nervous for this game all day, because I had a feeling this game defensively would go the way it's going, just because, the Hornets are just the Hornets do what the Hornets do. And I was like, man, the Knicks are going to have to come out with like almost a special offensive effort, because you knew the Hornets were going to be keyed up for this game. You just had a feeling. So I was like kind of nervous, but other than that, I'm good. No complaints. Hopefully Sean can get his computer issues worked out so he can come and join me. Not that I don't love talking to myself. God knows I do it enough. I am Sue Beauty. Where is TK? Maybe we'll see him in the second half. I don't know. I agree. This is TK's type of game. Yeah, for sure. I think his passing will come in. I don't want to see Jose Alvarado again in the second half. I'll tell you that much. Antoine says, not nervous anymore. No, I mean, but they are. The good news is they're scoring. I thought they would be able to score effectively, and they are scoring effectively. And the fact that they are scoring as effectively as they are, and we've gotten, I mean, as far as like shooting it or scoring the basketball, like an offensive no-show from, Cat, I don't think Cat has any points. And McCall has what? He had a 3 and maybe one other basket. I don't even know. So like it's kind of resting on the shoulders of 2 guys. With JB and Mitch. What else we got here? Eric Collins almost died on that last OG 3. I love him. Yeah, he's not my cup of tea, but I appreciate what he brings, and I have respect for the whole Eric Collins shtick. It's genuine. I'll say that. That's a hell of a pass from Josh. Yeah, good kick out. Make that. That's a nice kick. I think OG could have gotten, maybe if he had gotten a better handle on the ball. Okay. Now they sent a double. So there was Miles with JB on him, but it was like I thought they sent the double a little bit too early, And it left a very easy pass to Miller, and Brunson just didn't have time to get back, and so open 3, which is annoying. Yeah, get off the ball. Nope, not that time, OG. Not a lot of movement right now in the offense, which is not ideal. I just realized they went small. They're small, so Mo at the 5 again, which I guess this is something that Mike Brown actually really likes. Are they holding? No, I don't know what they're doing here. Come on, get out of there. Damn it. And we're going to be down by freaking 10 going into the half. This is so annoying. Give up 65 freaking points to this team. I mean, the one thing I did say on Weekly Wagers that I felt extraordinarily confident about is that this game was going over. Like, I did not get the over-under on this game was 224.5, I think. Shout out to our friends at Fanatic Sportsbook. It made no sense. I know the Knicks their defense is ranked what it's ranked. I know, the Hornets defense has been better over the last few months, whatever. I didn't get that at all. All right. So Knicks have it's 4.4 seconds left, 65-55. Sure enough, the Hornets, after all that good stuff the Knicks did, the Hornets might now go into the halftime with their biggest lead of the half. You could see how if they get in the freaking ball. You could see how this Hornets team demoralizes their opponents, because again, you feel like you need to score every time down, and then you feel like you've played a positive defensive possession or a positive-ish defensive possession, and it doesn't matter. And then there's other defensive possessions where it's like, what are we going to do? The thing that I'm annoyed at, I mean, the defense is what the defense is. It improved a little bit in the second quarter. Give them that. I mean, really, it improved after the starters were like the first subs of this game. Let me look this up here. So the first subs of this game came in. Hold on, I'm looking this up right now. No, that's not what I want. Okay, hold on here. The first subs of the game entered at 5:39 in the first. And the Knicks had given up 24 points. So the Knicks gave up 24 points in the first 6 minutes and 21 seconds. So at that point, Hornets were on pace for, give or take, a 46-point quarter, 45-point quarter. So the fact that they have 65 at the half, listen, I guess you live with it. The annoying part about that half, or how that half ended, was 19 points in the second quarter. Like, you can't, if you're the Knicks, you cannot get away with a 19-point quarter against this team. And that's why they're down 10. That's very annoying. After all that work they did in the first half. What's interesting is that Brunson only took 1 shot in the second quarter. Like, and credit to Charlotte for being like, Brunson's not going to beat us. And tonight, that's a good methodology, because other than OG, no one else is really. I mean, Clarkson has 6 points, so credit to him. Mo hit a couple of shots, but like the guys that you are trying to count on, Cat has 2 points. It's not really what you want here. And here's Sean coming back up. Other numbers. Perfect timing, Sean, because I got to go check on my kids.
Okay.
In a minute. I'm just going through some stats for the first half. So Hornets, 58% from the field, 40% from deep. The Knicks actually outshot the Hornets from deep, 46% to 40%. And the Hornets are very good at taking away the 3, like we talked about earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks only 13 threes. Hornets took 20. Knicks did a good job getting the line early. I don't think they shot a free throw in the second quarter. That's not ideal. And then Hornets, 6 offensive rebounds. Knicks, 3 offensive rebounds. So, the fact that the Hornet, and again, this Hornets team is so sound. They don't allow corner threes, and they don't, and they are awesome on the boards. They're literally the best team in the league at those two categories: defensive rebounding and taking away corner threes. And when you do those two things, you end possessions and you take away the corners.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, your defense is going to look not great on some possessions, but you could survive. And sure enough, here are the Knicks. 55 points in the first half is not great, you know?
And you called on weekly wagers that they take away corner threes, which are which is funny because then you gave out OG best bet over 16.5 points, and he lives in the corner.
But OG's playing the way he's playing right now. He doesn't need the corners, to be successful. And sure enough, what does he have in this half? I think he already might be have the over. He's got 14, so he's one more basket away.
Okay, that's good. Again, I have not been able to see much of this game because my computer is being reckless.
Reckless is a good word.
Yeah, but I'm not going to lose. Like you said, 55 points isn't good, but then
your volume's a little low, by the way. If you want to raise it a little bit.
Well, I'm on my iPad. So I don't
oh no, yeah, okay, that's right. I forgot.
But I don't know. I'm not like this has been like Tommy Beard tweeted that this is like the best team. Like these are the top two teams in like a whole bunch of like categories. So,
yeah, they are.
Right. You go check on your kids. I can fill up.
I'm gonna be back in literally a minute, so I'm not even. I'll
take your time. You do what you got to do. I will filibuster about. Look at that jacket. I will filibuster about why I can't even. Whatever, guys. I've had a day. So for those who watch weekly wagers, I'm logged in on my iPad because my Mac has been trying to take the day off. Actually, you know what I think about it? It's actually started yesterday. So I'm on my iPad, and here's what happened. I tried to. So I back up my phone on my Mac, the whole thing. I don't do the backup in the cloud. I back up the whole thing on my computer, which is literally like hundreds of gigabytes of stuff. So I did some research and I found a way to back up my phone on external hard drive. So, like, you got to go in terminal, you got to do some stuff, and I did that yesterday. And I was like, great, perfect. Because this will free up literally like 500 gigs of space on my computer. Ever since then, my computer's been on BS. Ever since then. Including today. So, the reason why Weekly Wagers got postponed by almost an hour is because literally as we were about to go on, my Mac reset. And then I got back in the room and my Mac reset again. I got back in the room and my Mac reset again. And I'm just like, I have no idea what the hell is going on. So I realized like, why is this happening? This has not been a thing. And then I was like, what have I done differently? And then I remembered, I tried this thing where I changed some stuff so it backs up to my hard drive. So I deleted that, got rid of that, but it's still doing that. So now I'm reinstalling Mac OS on my computer, which takes under 28 minutes. So I am on my computer. So right now I'm on my iPad, and I have dug up my old Acer from this. All you need to know is this. This computer is older than my son. And my son turned 10 2 weeks ago. So all you need to know. So what I'm trying to do is this is just all over the place. Like, I should just quit and say, John, you're on your own. But I like watching games with John. So that's where we're at. That is where we are at. Yeah, that's where we're at. So John said he'll be back in a minute. Of course, he lied through his teeth. I don't mind. I got his back because he has mine. I can't even see the comments, but it's fine. Jonathan's back. I just explained to those who are watching the story of what's going on with my Mac.
Oh,
Since I'm on my iPad, I can't even see the comments from people watching.
well, that's not ideal.
That's fine. I've dealt with worse.
Well, we'll pull up some. So we got one super chat from our guy Bill Peter friend. This Hornets team is better than I realized. Say that again.
This ain't your big brother's Hornets. I'm gonna find this Tommy
This
Pierce
team
tweet.
This team is very real, and that's why I really do think that they should be. They have to be considered in a different category than the rest of the bottom of the East, like everything after the 4 seed. Like, I'm sorry, you can't. The only team, that I think you would place in the same conversation as the Hornets out of everything after the top 4 is if the Sixers were fully healthy, and even that, like, at no point in time this year for a sustained period of time were the Sixers, when they were healthy, as consistently good as the Hornets have been for now, close to 3 months. And oh, by the way, when are the Sixers ever fully healthy? So I think that's the only team. But like, I mean, I agree with the notion that at the end of the day, whoever the Hornets play in the first round, like, and by the way, this includes Detroit, even if they don't have Cade in the first round. I still think the other team should be favored, but like,
it's gonna be hell.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I hope it doesn't happen, but if the Hornets play the Knicks in the first round, there will absolutely be like respectable national media people who will take the Hornets.
Respectable national media took the Pistons last year, so that doesn't surprise me.
I don't know that a lot of people were taking the Pistons. Maybe one or two, but
see, there was a lot of they beat them 3 times, and the Knicks don't get benefit of the doubt, and the Knicks, remember the Knicks, they're seen as finesse, and Detroit's gonna work hard and lunch pails and yada yada. And I think that is actually going to carry over to this playoffs unless the Knicks play the Raptors.
Well, listen, look. The Knicks are going to be favored the Knicks are going to be picked to win the first round. It's just a matter of is there going to be like a real this Knicks team, like that you never know what you're going to get from them, which I think that depends on who they play. John asks, is there a scarier team? Is this a scarier team in the playoffs than the Raptors? I mean, the Raptors, I think you could argue, are the least scary.
Brother, I know we throw around Knicks in 5 too much. I'm telling you right now, please let us play like that Raptors team. Who they're good defensively, and they get out in transition. Their half court offense stinks.
Well, their half court offense stinks, and also, like, for as highly ranked as they are defensively, like, you could score on that team. Like, Barnes is a special defender, and we know Quickly is obviously is a helpful defender.
Mm-hmm.
But like, Pirtle is not what he used to be on. Like, they have, Barnes is the only real impact guy in defense. So, yeah, bolt yourself in, says Embiid and George went off last night. Yeah, I saw Embiid's final stat line. I did not have enough TVs to put that game on, so I didn't see any of it. But I think they played some terrible team.
Yawn.
What's that?
Yawn. Listen, people, don't talk yourself into this. Well, if Embiid, as I told John on NBA Takedown,
I know.
What have you? I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people out there. What have you seen that Joel Embiid will stay healthy long enough for this to matter? Like, when?
Unless they were, they've been slow playing it, and the whole thing is like, we got to have them ready for the playoffs, in which case, look, I mean this. I do not fear the Sixers.
That means that's saying a lot coming from you.
No, I don't
respect the opponent.
I don't fear the Sixers. I don't fear. And here's another one. I don't fear the Magic. I think the Magic are broken. I said this in the Knicks Film School newsletter comments earlier today. Like someone was like, dangerous team if Franz back and like, maybe they're a low seed or whatever. I just don't. I think if the Knicks lost against the Magic in the playoffs, I think it would take a complete collapse for the Knicks. Like the reason the Hornets scare me is because, like, I mean, as we have seen, like they're just a very, 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 very difficult team to defend, and I think it will come down to, and I'm curious how the Knicks handle it well, here's the thing. For as much as we could talk about the Knicks offer like multiple weak spots on defense, and a team like the Hornets is very well suited to exploit that, there were only like 3 or 4 buckets. Well, maybe more than that. Like they were hunting Cat at points early and looking to get that matchup, and Cat, not so great a couple times, better on other times. So maybe it's more than like a handful of buckets, but like there was only a couple of the instances where it was like, oh shit, there's Jalen Brunson guarding Miles Bridges. What are we gonna do? And twice he scored, and once he assisted for an open 3. But like there weren't that many of those, like, it's like everything's on fire, like level defensive possessions. It was just not physical enough defense. If they defend physically out of the gate and they defend with a purpose out of the gate, I actually think that they can defend well enough to beat this team in 5 or 6 games, but they have to do it. And we know this team doesn't always do it. What am I looking at with you right now, Sean? This is great.
I'm in my basement, so I am trying to find there's a thing I dug up my old computer that I'm going to try and use.
Great.
And how old is it? All you need to know, it's older than my son, and my son turned 10 2 weeks ago.
Well, listen, I'm about to do this. See if you can get that thing booted up. And if you can get it booted up, great. And if not, it's not the end of the world.
So what I'm doing is, see, that's, let me turn.
I see a laptop. I see a Mac. Oh, this is great. This is scintillating. Man, can you imagine if this is someone's first experience with Knicks Film School and they're tuning into this watch along and they look and so why am I looking at a Mac booting up?
Yeah.
All right, third quarter's about to start, by the way.
Okay.
Listen, take care. Do what you got to do, and I'll carry it until you get back. Don't worry.
All right, I'll be back.
Come back. We'll see you soon.
Yep.
All right, Sean will be back with us shortly. Oh man, this one hurts. A comment from Johnson. Hornets Bridges is much better than Knicks Bridges. Man, I'm not touching that one. Listen, Miles Bridges' issues are less off the court, less on the court. I'll just leave it at that. One could argue he should not be playing professional basketball right now. Oh, Cat. Oh my Lord. Boy did they get lucky there. So Cat, like absolute, I don't know what that was on the first defensive possession, and then McCall misses a corner 3. And of course, they end up with the offensive rebound. Hornets again playing like their hair's on fire, and the Knicks are just kind of out there. Like already in the first 45 seconds of the second half, I already don't like where the energy is at. This is not a team playing like it is down 10 on a road arena against a team that maybe you want to show who's boss. But then again, I don't know if it's that important for the Knicks to show who's boss tonight. Because when has it been important to them this year to like, all right, we got to make a statement tonight? You know? Man, 2 points for Cat. Not ideal. And I can't even tell what they're trying to do with Cat because Miles Bridges is on him now. Like Cat should be like, Miles Bridges being on Cat should not be I guess we can't go to Cat then. And the Knicks are getting lucky here. Like the Hornets have had some makeable shots here to start the third quarter, and they're not capitalizing. The Knicks better capitalize soon. All right, Cat's open. What are you doing? This has been some rough offense here in the early going. Some very rough offense from all parties involved, Jalen Brunson included. And then there's Brandon Miller with the N1. I hate the way they have come out to start the third quarter. Nothing about this is good. There is no intentionality in anything that they're doing on offense. Like they're already like the body language on defense is not great. Like they have come out in the third quarter like a team that does not necessarily want to deal with what this Hornets team is bringing for another 24 minutes. And yes, Armin, JB has not scored since the first quarter. All right, we're trying to move the ball a little bit, and it ends with a Bridges fadeaway too, but it goes down. Okay. Knicks back within 11. The way they're playing right now, I kind of just want them to stay connected until the first subs can check in. That's my ask. Can they do that? Josh Hart with some good help D. That's the other thing. They have to be somewhat aggressive in help. And again, they force a miss and they can't get the freaking rebound. How many offensive rebounds is this Hornets team going to get? And Bridges is looking around like a crazy person. Like, what did I do? Oh, it was a late whistle. Oh, that's why he's upset. All right. So it wasn't even a miss. It was and they're going to challenge it. Okay. All right. Yeah, DJ Crayola. I like this comment a lot. The Knicks get everyone's best, and they don't seem to understand what that means. I think they understand what it means. I think, look, if you're being generous, God knows I have not always been generous this year. If you're being generous, I think they know what it means and they don't care. And I know that sounds bad. As if, like, you could give us your best in the regular season, and that's fine. We'll be ready when it counts. I don't know. My mentality is that's a dangerous game to play, but I think it's also a more as I've continued to think about this team and really consider why we've gotten some of what we've gotten, when you make the coaching change that you make and you do make some of the decisions you've made throughout the year, you're telegraphing throughout your entire organization, like, look, we aren't the regular season is no longer going to be the be all end all. You're telegraphing it to everybody, telegraphing it to other teams. You're telegraphing it to your own players. So, when you do that, and as you say, they get everyone's best. I don't think it's that they don't understand what that means. I think it's just like they're drinking the Kool-Aid that the organization served over the summer. That's the best theory I got at this point. Mostly because I've run out of theories, but it doesn't excuse anything. But it is what I think is going on. Mike says it would be good to win this game. I agree. I'm not counting on it though. Michael Aaron, Cat has been so good for a while now. I'm not going to kill him for this game, though it does seem that him and Brunson rarely have effective games on the same night. You could count them on one hand this season, maybe two hands. Yeah. Scott Stern with some pushback here. Teams have bad games and lose. A 54-win team loses 27 times, for Christ's sakes. People need to get a grip while still critiquing and calm down. Yeah, I think it's just like I think the frustrating part is like the notion that the best foot doesn't always come forward, And that's frustrating. It's frustrating for me as a fan. It's frustrating for me as a content creator, because it's like, well, how do you talk about this team? But that's true for every NBA team. No team, well, other than Detroit this year, no team brings it every night. You probably throw San Antonio in that mix too. I guess OKC. So maybe your 3 favorites. All right. So the Knicks challenged. Did they win the challenge? Oh, well, thank you, Scott. I do appreciate that. The Knicks apparently, did they lose the challenge? I should put my volume louder. I apologize. Oh, whatever it is. The Hornets have the ball, inbounding, 9:35 left. Knicks down 68-57. And now Diabate gets called for a foul before the ball is even inbounded. Okay. Oh, whatever. I'll take it. All right. So can we get going on offense here, guys? Offense has looked great since the first quarter. And that was a lot of Brunson, if we're being honest. And Cat is just utterly flustered. And Diabate is like sticking with him. That was oh my Lord, JB. What a freaking move around Miles Bridges. But again, that's like, all that for a drop of blood. That's what it feels like right now. It just doesn't seem like the offense has a whole lot of zip and pop. And here's JB on Miles again, but they showed good help in the gaps, and it doesn't matter because LaMelo Ball hits a 28-footer, which there's nothing you could do with that. That's the thing. Even when you defend the possession well, sometimes it doesn't matter against this team. All right, down 12, 71-59. So again, Diabate is on Cat, and Cat for 3 makes it. Okay, maybe that'll get him going. Let's go. Come on, big guy. You got this. Let's do it. Knicks 7 for 15 from 3, but the fucking LaMelo with another one. But it's the volume of the threes is so low. It's more important. That's more impactful in a negative way than the fact that they're shooting the percentage they are. And to LaMelo's credit, none of the nonsense this game. And I always hated him because of all the nonsense. Well, he's cut a lot of that out of his game. So credit to him. Bridges from the corner misses. And now here's Khan with an open 3 in transition. Boom. Knicks down 15. 77-62, just like that. Doesn't like this team goes on these stretches where this is what they're going to do. Man. It's not a great matchup for this Knicks team. I'd want nothing to do with this team in the playoffs. Absolutely nothing. All right, let's go to the chat. Get some more comments on the general state of the Knicks here. Dre Light, the issue to me with this team is the amplitude of performance level is drastic. It's great. It's a great comment. Just wish there was a better baseline performance from these guys. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like you'd give back some of the highs in exchange or to take away some of the lows. Now, look, tonight, other than how they came out defensively again in those first 5-6 minutes and first couple minutes here in the third quarter, I haven't minded like the effort level too much. I'm probably being kind, but again, it's like, it's passable effort for like half this game, maybe barely passable. It's not playoff passable. It's regular season passable. Again, for like some of this game, that's what we're seeing. It's just like you'd like more than that, especially since riding a 7-game winning streak. I think a lot of people were amped up for the game. I was kind of amped up for the game, and they're not really rewarding that. Who's this? Tevin Downey We definitely do deserve it, and there's still plenty of games left. Very importantly, we own the tiebreaker over Boston. It's all up for grabs. Listen, they got to beat Boston in that last game, which I just hope that game matters, which it should. It should matter. What else we got here? Bruce Banner Gromit. That's a fun name. Gonna have to start to dig out of this once Mitch and Clarkson go back in. Man, I don't want to be in a position where I'm relying on Mitchell Robinson and Jordan Clarkson to dig them out of games, as good as those guys have been. And they have been really good. They really have. Armin says too many guys disappear for this team. Look at you, Armin. Not naming names. You know what they call that? Growth. Tevin says Deuce and Shamet will be huge against teams like this too. Yeah, they miss those guys for sure. 100%. Drew P, how much concern do you have about this starting unit in the postseason? I think I said I did a Fred's pod last week, and we went through we each did our list of the things that will most determine whether the Knicks would make the finals this year. And my number one was how they started off games. So my concern level is high. Just because I don't think we've seen great basketball out of the gate from this 5-man unit. Really, it's been so infrequent for almost 2 years now. There's just very little evidence that this starting five is going to be consistently good to start games. So, and you can't tell me it's about a switch flipping because they were outscored by almost 10 points per 100 possessions in the playoffs last year. Oh, Khan didn't get touched. He stepped funny, and that's why he fell. And what a bullshit call. Brunson also got blown by, but that's neither here nor there. We have nearly 100,000 minute reference point for the starting lineup. It's just not good. We don't have 100,000 minutes, but it feels like it. Feels like it. Get that rebound. Come on. All right. 78-64, 7:06 left in the third quarter. All right. Can we put some points on the board? All right. Bridges getting going a little bit. Listen, Bridges, again, it's not the loudest game, but Bridges doing okay. He's not getting any blame over and above anybody else for tonight. That's not a contest, Kat. Khan is making up for lost time against us. My God. You knew it was going to happen. Taking his over was the easiest freaking thing you could have done tonight. Mad I didn't do it myself. All right, nice. What the? That was a goaltend. Yeah, okay. And they're absolutely hunting out. The way that they have hunted the JB and Cat it's been relentless tonight. It's been absolutely relentless tonight. And specifically getting Cat on to be a perimeter defender, which as I speak, here's Mitchell Robinson coming in. Oh, what a move by Miles Bridges. My God. You forget how talented that dude is sometimes. All right. Sean is back. Didn't miss much, Sean. Nothing good, at least. 83-68. Hornets up. 5:43 left to go in the second quarter. Let me know when you want to try to sync up.
Okay. 5:25. Cat's walking off the bench. Well, Cat's going to the bench, I should say.
All right. So I'll let you know when I'm at 5:25. And
okay. Actually, let me know when you're at 5:23.
Okay. Yeah, I see. There's going to be an inbounds here.
Yeah.
So, by the way, that was a nice drive because Cat had Con Knipple on him, and he's like, oh, I could drive against this guy. And he did. Great. And now he's going to the bench. I mean, needless to say, it would be nice if this team could scheme more to get more of those mismatches for Cat. All right. They're about to inbound it for me. It's I'll let you know when it's 5:23.
Yep.
Yes, someone guard him. 5:24, 5:23.
All right. Brandon Miller passes to LaMelo.
Oh no! Now you're now you might be. I'm at 5:15 stoppage.
I might be a smidge behind you. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's okay. Wait, hold on. Can I still don't know how to pause this TV.
All right. I'm gonna pause it at the 5-minute mark.
No, I'm good. Don't pause it. Don't pause it. Because I just paused for a half a second. So I'm good now.
I already fast forwarded it because I'm at 4:53, 4:52, 4:51, 4:49.
Oh yeah, you're way ahead now.
All right. At 4:40, countdown
Jesus.
from 4:50 to 4:45.
I mean, there have been now. That's between that, the Bridges shot, the deep LaMelo 3. Now this Hornets team is just making shots. This isn't a lot of this is not Knicks defense. A lot of this is just Hornets making shots.
Yeah, I paused it at 4:42.
Okay, I'm going to be there soon. 4:46, 4:45, 4:44, 4:43, 4:42. All right. 85-72. Knicks down 13. They are staying connected. They've taken some tough shot making to do it, but they are staying connected. Come on. Can we get into the basketball?
I was watching to see Josh Hart go under a LaMelo ball screen. All right, here we go.
That was good. That was good. It was good.
Good.
Help defense. Like everything about that defensive possession was good. All right.
Here we go. Timeout.
I don't know what that was. Was it and one? No.
Timeout, Charlotte.
All right. Listen, the Hornets are let me just check in what they're shooting. The Hornets are shooting 58% from the field, 40. You want to laugh? Both teams are shooting 58. Well, no, 58 for the Hornets, 56% for the Knicks. Both teams shooting 44% from deep. The Hornets have just taken way more threes. That's why the score is the way it is.
Okay.
And that's all right. Offensive foul on Grant Williams. Good job, JB. JB's been the best player in the basketball game, and I'm not sure it's close. For the Knicks. I don't know who's been the best player for the Hornets. LaMelo's been pretty freaking good, which pains me to say. He's been awesome. All right. Can we cut it to single digits, guys? We should say this has all happened, or some of this has happened now with Clarkson and Mitch on the bench. Brunson.
Nope.
In and out.
Tough shot.
Could you have tried to maybe get something else there? That's a foul on Clarkson.
Well, then again, it's like when you say he's been the best player for the Knicks, he's not even close. I mean, he's probably like, all right, you guys want to be on bullshit? Fine.
Yeah, the thing that's annoying is like, so here's if I have a gripe, because we keep talking about like Brunson comes out and he's maybe looking to be more of a distributor as opposed to a scorer and this and that, and they're like, they're allowed to like move without the basketball with a purpose, even when Jalen Brunson is looking to be more of a scorer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was good defensive. What the hell? They called a foul on that? What was a foul? That was a foul on OG? Come on. I didn't see anything there. And now they don't have their challenge, I don't think.
No, they have one more.
They won that challenge?
They won it.
Okay.
They won it, but it stayed with the Hornets.
I was confused. Now I'm not confused anymore, which is good. All right. Grant Williams at the line. Puts the Hornets up by 12. Thank you for dealing with all this with your computer. I hope.
Yeah, I need a computer, so it's just like, but I want to watch this game, and to give you next time I'll give you the elevator pitch of what happened.
Sure. Okay, so now 87-74. If they could just get this to single digits going into the fourth, I would sign for that.
Absolutely.
All right, Clarkson.
There we
doing what
go.
Clarkson does.
Yes,
Giddy up.
because he's
Man,
like, you're Kobe White, and I'm bigger
I
than
said
you.
it. I said it in the first half. He's been automatic from that range since he's been back into the rotation. That could have been called an offensive foul. It was called an offensive foul. Absolutely. Good. See, that's Clarkson battling.
That's being active.
That's all. It's what he does it every game now. He checks in. It's awesome. He's not going out of the rotation. It's not happening. How could you, if you're Mike Brown, how could you say, yeah, you know what? We're good. We don't need any minutes from you at all. For who? Jose Alvarado? Sorry. Come on, JB. Oh.
Don't save the ball in your own. Well,
Mitch was right there, too. I couldn't believe Mitch couldn't get to that. All right. Active hands on defense. You like that. CC Kirby says Brunson's been having a low-key three-point shooting slump again lately. A little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Are they going to get it
down
in?
11.
So that was
come on.
That was pretty good awareness by Clarkson to at least get in the vicinity. Mm-hmm. It was a switch, could have been a little cleaner, but it was a good job to contest. It's just they've given up way too many offensive rebounds in the game. As many people have said here tonight. You got to cross
not on the shot clock.
You got to cross the T's and dot the I's against this team. You just have to. Look at JC, baby. Come on. Hit this, Mo. Oh, they've had like 2 or 3 threes that if any one of them goes down, it feels like it would have been big for momentum in the second half of this quarter. And they just haven't been able to get any of them to go because they're actually defending a little bit now.
Good switch, Josh.
Yep.
4.
Yes.
There we go.
It's fucking defense now. They're defending. This is a gnarly possession.
Of course he wasn't going to.
It's like they were moving in slow motion on the break. What was that? It was just a sloppy break.
That's a foul. That's a foul
on Sion James. They've gotten Sion a couple times with his over aggressiveness. Someone's ahead of us. Cole exciting.
Someone is ahead of us.
That's okay. I'll take this ahead.
But no spoilers in the chat. Like late.
You know what?
All right.
I love it. I love it from Mike Brown. I love it.
Someone said it. No, I think it was Swinny on the timeline. No one is ever truly buried in Mike Brown's rotation.
Well, unless Pregame Dadier. And actually, he even got in.
You have to be in the rotation to get buried. You know.
Oh my Lord.
Cal Brenner. Yep.
Yeah, Clark-Brenner. You know what? I appreciate that Jordan Clarkson went for that shot. He could have dished it to Kolek in the corner, but I appreciate the aggressiveness there.
So we're going 3 guards. With Mitch and Josh. Well, actually,
so Josh at the
4 guards. Yeah.
I mean, we know Josh is not a real guard. All right, time.
Good for nothing.
Man, the offense again. Like here's what the hell?
Charles Lee.
What happened?
Charles Lee lost his.
Why?
Oh, why did Charles Lee got teed up?
Why did he lose his shit?
He's trying to get he was trying to get a timeout. Let me see. Let's take a look here. Yeah.
He's mad because they didn't give him an immediate timeout.
He's calling it timeout. And he's like, dude, you're right here. I'm like, you're a foot away from me.
All right.
Ref does have thick skin. I'll give the ref a credit. Like, he could have teed him up easily, and I would not have been mad at it. I'm gonna get some water.
Yeah, no, go for it. I will again echo my sentiment from halftime, which is that the annoying thing about this game is less the defense, although that is annoying, and more the fact that the Knicks have 76 points with 13 and a half minutes left in the basketball game. they have not been able to successfully utilize their offensive talent against a team that they should be able to more successfully utilize their offensive talent against. I'll just leave it like that. And it's weird to say that because they're shooting 53% from the field and 39% from deep, but like I don't know. Sean, were you back?
Yes, I can hear you.
It's weird because I don't feel like the Knicks offensively are having as good a night as they should be having, and yet they're shooting 53% overall and 39% from deep. Now they're not taking a lot of threes. They haven't gotten to the line, only 6 free throws, and then the biggest thing, obviously, as we've said many times, they have 3 offensive rebounds.
That's
which is
can't have that.
But it just goes to show how even as the Knicks have like made leaps and bounds in terms of like how they score the basketball and are less dependent on offensive rebounding than they used to be. If you take away their offensive rebounds, like it still kind of kills them.
Well, yep.
It's too easy. Someone got caught up on a screen. Khan's got 22. We knew this was coming.
Yep.
Turnover. Jalen Brunson, the handle is not good enough.
Khan can up a 5 of 8 from 3. We called this. This.
Yeah. I mean, again, he was shooting 7% from 3 against the Knicks in 2 games this year. That was not going to continue. I give the Hornets team a lot of credit for defending as well as they have. And again, cleaning up the defensive glass is a part of defense. They have done that exceptionally well. And they've generated enough turnovers. And they're calling a foul on Kolek. I don't think I'm going to get my wish for single-digit lead heading into the 4th quarter.
Nope. But that doesn't stop. That's happened before.
You think Jose is going to see the court here in the second half?
No.
I am inclined to agree. Oh, it's going to be a 15-point lead now. Well, this is not great. So, score check 90-76. 51.4 seconds left. Kobe White has another free throw here. Just an exceptionally played basketball game for the Hornets thus far. Really, really, really great game from them. And I would love to say this has been a so-so game for the Knicks, but I don't think that's accurate. JB with a tough fadeaway. Can't get it to drop.
Down 15.
Yeah, and JB, some of those tough shots that were falling for most of the game stopped falling here in the 3rd quarter, and the Knicks have not been able to get any offensive rebounds. Mitch's impact has been very muted on the glass. And I said earlier tonight, I thought he was playing well. He needs to come down with some rebounds. Oh, no. All right. And down 18 now. It feels like what it should be given how these two teams have played.
And that's a foul.
Well, they're not calling it. Did they even score at that? No, they didn't even score. So, all right. Entering the 4th quarter, Knicks are down 18. We could just say it. They're getting outclassed by this team.
Yes.
If you were watching this game, you didn't know the 2 records of the teams, you would be like, oh, okay. So the Hornets are the team that's on pace for 53 or 54 wins, and the Knicks are the scrappy team that's trying to make noise as an underdog. It does not at all look the other way around. Yeah.
The Knicks have 16 rebounds as a team. 16.
Well,
in 3 quarters.
The Hornets haven't missed a lot of shots, and the Knicks haven't gotten any offensive rebounds. So it's not a great combination.
16 rebounds in 3 quarters is when you employ Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns, is annoying.
It's not good enough.
It's not good enough.
Yeah. So again, I'm just going to say the numbers again because they bear repeating. 76 points. So on pace for barely 100 points. And you're shooting 52% from the field and 39% from three. So how is it that they only have 76? 3 offensive rebounds, as you just said. 6 total free throw attempts, and then 18 3-point attempts. They are playing into the Hornets' hands in terms of what the Hornets want to allow them to do and want to not allow them to do on when they have the ball. And the Knicks have not, I would say, taken away much of anything of what the Hornets want to do, because they are getting off all the shots that they could want and then some, really on the inside and the outside. By the way, fast break points. Fast break points.
I was just about to bring that up.
13 to nothing.
13 to 0. All right. Here's the elevator pitch of what happened. I back up my phone to on my computer.
Okay.
And I found a way to which takes up like literally half the space on my hard drive. So I found a way to have it so your phone backs up to an external hard drive. So I did that yesterday. And since then, my computer has been on the fritz. So I basically undid all of that just now.
Good job by you.
Good job by you, buddy. Scott Stern says, you win or you learn. You're damn right.
Yeah, but again, like, what does this team have left to learn? Like, we know what their issues are, you know?
They have one thing left to learn.
What?
Stop being dickheads in the first quarter. That's
yeah,
it.
But this, you can't even, honestly, you can't even say that because they were down by 2 entering.
Well, they scored 36 points, but you had said that they did not come out with the
requisite intensity on defense. But honestly, what we've seen over the remainder of the game with their just inability to score and get good shots against this team, that's honestly that's more worrisome than for me at this point. Because actually, you know what? They've strung together with some personnel, not with the starters. They've strung together some defensive possessions in this game. Now, some of the positive defensive possessions that they've had, the Hornets have scored anyway because the Hornets are just a brilliant offensive basketball team. But if you I believe that if the Knicks play hard, they can defend this team well enough to win a basketball game. What's annoying is the offense and in particular, I know he just drew 2 fouls and he's at the free throw line right now. This game's been a little bit of a disappearing act for Cat.
Yeah, yes. 6 shots is like.
And again, it's never all on him. It's never all on him. You know, it's on the whole team. But it's multiple parties that always need to be accounted for in those sorts of situations. Coach, the players, him. All right, Cat trains both, so it's down to 16. How shocked would you be if there was the Knicks actually got back in the game?
I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Okay.
Towns looks
what?
Let us say Towns looked very engaged on the perimeter out there defensively. On a proper defensive stance, and then
the foul off the ball.
Yep.
Of course.
So you mean to tell me OG Anunoby had 14 points in the first half and has 14 points after 3 quarters?
If I lose this best bet,
oh, good.
I'm not going to be a happy camper.
That makes 2 of us. It's good defense.
And I get the rebound.
I actually need Brandon Miller to hit 1 more 3, which.
Please, I hope you lose that one. All right, come on, OG.
Come on, OG. Bang!
OG from the corner. Great drive and kick from Mohamed Diawara. Mohamed Diawara has had a nice game. And he deserves to be on the court right now over some other folks. All right, Cat got the switch. You can't quit on the... It's like Cat did his job, and then Brandon Miller faded to the corner, and Cat forgot that he existed. Like, that's not good enough. That's not the proper level of engagement if you're Karl Anthony Towns. It's just not. All right.
Come on.
Nice job backing down Diabate there. And I'm not even saying I wish Mitch was in, because Mitch was not making enough of an impact. You know, like, they need Towns in there for offense, but they need the defense to be better than that.
Come on, get a rebound. Get a rebound.
He was out of bounds.
He's out of bounds.
And except they're going to call a foul. So this is the thing about Diabate. Like, if you are not aggressively pursuing the basketball, he's going to get it from you every time. I can't even really blame OG there. Diabate is he's a specimen. A perfect 5 for this team. And it's proof that, like, 5 out's overrated. Like, for him, for this team, he is what he landed.
That was almost a travel.
That. I thought he
good.
What exceptional passing.
But you know what it is? Cal was a step behind.
Yes.
Cal was a step behind the entire time.
He's been a step behind on defense this entire game. And now OG is trying to go one-on-one, and that's not a positive possession. All right.
Hey, Yammer.
That's a nice defensive play. Who made that? Who got that block? I didn't even see.
Grant Williams. That should be a foul.
Cat can't corral the basketball, and Diabate forces another possession. Let's see who it was. Grant Williams?
Yeah, it's Grant Williams.
Well, he flew a little bit too close to the sun on wings of salami there. That wasn't close.
You know what I realized about, and this is something that's to work on? For a 6'9" guy, he is awful at the rim.
Well, he's not as athletic as you look at him and you would think he's going to be this athletic specimen. He's not really that, which is part of the reason why
you to be super athletic to dunk the ball. Like, if you're you drive straight down, you jump, and Grant Williams should not alter your thing.
Yeah. Scott Stern with a good comment. Another 50-50 ball against. Those numbers must be atrocious today. I would be shocked if Mike Brown did not bring up 50-50 ball results at the end of this game. Because again, if you're gonna beat a team that can do what this team can do on offense, you can't be losing the 50-50 balls. And there's
another offensive rebound.
And it leads to a Kobe White 3. That's the play of the game right there. That is absolutely the possession of the game. It cannot happen. Cannot happen, and it's probably game over, if we're being honest.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I mean, I know there's time left, but like from a
that's it in a nutshell.
Hang on.
Because Cat just doesn't even try to box out. And ironically, he's like, now he boxes out, but it goes in.
No, this has been a no-show from Cat. It's been a no-show from Cat. It's disappointing. Very disappointing effort. This game should not be put all on Cat, to be very clear.
No.
But you would have liked to see a little bit more from him. He has how many rebounds do you think Cat has in the game? And Mitch is not doing much better.
I'm gonna say Cat has 4.
He has 3. Mitch has 3, and the Knicks as a team have 17. The Knicks have 17 rebounds. The Hornets have 33. Like, that's, you want to talk about un-Knicks like? That's about as un-Knicks like as you're gonna get. Other things of note, Brunson's scintillating start to the game. He started off this game 6 of 9. He's now 9 of 18. So he's 3 of his last 9, 23 points. OG got my over. Yay. He's 5 of 7 from 3, though, for OG, 6 for 8 overall. He just hasn't shot the ball enough. Like, 8 shots in a game like this, you want more than that. And yet, you look up and down, like, there's one guy that's taken double-digit field goal attempts, and it's Jalen Brunson. You know, Hart's been. I mean, you want to talk about a guy who's been a non-factor. Josh Hart. Where's Josh Hart's energy been tonight? He had some in the first.
He had
half.
a couple in the third quarter. He had a couple spurts, but
he had a couple spurts here and there. Not a good enough Josh Hart game. I mean, honestly, who has stood out in a positive way in this game? OG's been good. At this point, I would say OG's been good. Brunson, brilliant first quarter. Mo's been okay. Clarkson, it's good. But like, you know, it's not good enough. And as a team, they just the level of spirit, the level of commitment hasn't been there. All right. The Knicks have 2 days off?
Yep. They're they don't play till Sunday. And we talked about it on weekly wages. Like they have 2 days off. So they have 2 days off after this.
Yeah, empty the
Might
tank,
just be
whatever. So now we got Kolek in for OG. This is interesting.
That's a foul. That can't. You got to be kidding me. That's not even.
I don't know what happened.
It was a.
Yeah, I understand Brunson got knocked over, but then someone just took the ball away from Towns.
And then he's trying to foul the screen, and then when Brunson gets knocked over, Cat just puts the ball on the ground. The other guy just comes around and is like, "Yeah, Cat doesn't feel like playing today." Nice settling for a 22-foot jumper. That's a good foul, Carl.
People are going to be upset about this game.
Of course. Well, a lot of people are going to be upset about because they're going to think this is the same old Hornets, and I'm like, you have not been.
No. I think the opposite. I think people are going will because look, I've been talking about it for a while about how these Hornets games coming up down the stretch we're going to be massive for determining whether or not they're going to be a 2-seed or not. I think people were gearing up for this matchup as like, all right, you just beat 7 patsies. Now let's see if it could translate into against a real team. And I think they're going to look at this as another example where the Knicks did not show up against a very talented team that offers some very real, and of course there's the Hornets with an offensive rebound and an open 3, and somehow they missed. Like this team offers real matchup issues for the Knicks. And it's like, how are you going to respond to that? And they did not respond at all.
This is energy. This is effort and energy.
It's effort. It's energy, and I think all right. It's effort. It's energy, and there's a 3 from Mikal Bridges. But I think that there's a mental part of this, and this is what got people, me obviously, very bothered about the Detroit performances. And it's because when teams match up against the Knicks in a way that like is not convenient, Mitch gets on the floor. All right.
There we go.
Now, can we not allow
3, 2?
Get the rebound now. Oh, Andrew's here. It's nice of him to pop in when they're down by 1 million points.
No, now we're gonna win.
There you go. Good luck, charm incoming.
What are you here for?
He's here to talk about how
they're getting their ass kicked.
Paul Skeens has a 64.5 ERA.
Yeah, he does.
I didn't realize today was opening day until I saw Joel Embiid tweet about Paul Skeens.
He tweeted about Skeens, and he tweeted about the Pirates center fielder who allowed the Mets to score an extra 4 runs in an inning.
I didn't know that it was the Mets who were playing against Skeens until I forget how I found that out later in the day.
It is okay, John, that
was a bad shot from Brunson.
This was a baseball day. No, I checked my text messages and saw that you invited me and Sean to a watch along, and it was when I got done editing Game Theory and doing the rest of the things I normally do on a Thursday. I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll join.
Well, you haven't missed anything good.
I've watched the game. It's been on a second screen. I had my phone on like D&D while I worked, and now I'm here to. Man, the Hornets, huh?
I mean, I know you're not surprised.
So to your
I
point,
swear to God, John, I knew the second I got on here, the word surprised was gonna get said. Nobody is surprised. They're sixth in that.
I said I knew
right
you weren't surprised.
Okay.
Quite literally, nobody should be.
Well, tell that to Sean. Hold on.
Here's
tell
what
that
I
to
will
Sean.
say, Sean. I went on Game Theory tonight and did a squad bet because they're also now partners with Fanatic Sportsbook. We talked about this game, and I said, because we did a rebound squad bet, and I said, let's stay away from Cat. I don't think the game's going to be close in the fourth quarter. Like, I don't want, he might be chilling around 5 or 6, like 8 or 9 rebounds, and then never doesn't come back in because they're down by a bunch. I thought the Knicks were due for a game like this. I honestly saw this coming in the sense of like, not only did like to your weekly wagers conversation about the over, I was definitely in if the Knicks could score enough points, but yeah, I thought we were headed for this from the moment I saw this on the schedule, to be honest.
Okay, so here's what I'll say.
What?
Because he's like went to people who are like, no one could be surprised at this. All right, Knicks. KFS
No, you're hold on. You're not phrasing it. You're not putting the. I was like, people are going to be upset at this, and your response was, yeah, because people are going to still think the Hornets stink. And I'm like, no one thinks the Hornets still stink. People are going to be upset about this because people know they're good. And the Knicks didn't get up for the game.
You underestimate
that.
Yeah,
you think they got up for this one?
The Hornets are doing this to everybody, John. Nobody can get up for a Hornets game.
Well, so is that the answer? The Hornets are now the favorites.
I have an answer.
Like,
John, they're the second best team in net rating since the 30-game mark that you keep pointing to. They baptized everybody.
I understand that, which is all the more reason why, in a perfect world, if you're a Knicks team riding a 7-game winning streak and you're going into a team that is feeling a little frisky.
So would you like the Knicks to shoot 50% from the field? Because they are.
I understand. And
would you like them to shoot 40% from 3? Because they
Andrew,
are.
You're proving my point, which is that the Hornets have a very specific game plan that they do against teams. They take away the 3-point shot. They do not foul you. They destroy you on the glass. They make sure you don't destroy them on the glass. And then on top of all that, they put you in a lot of pressure on you when they have the ball. The Knicks haven't really solved that. The Knicks didn't bring anything to the basketball game to effectively counter anything that the Hornets want to do. And if that wasn't enough, I think their offenses look pretty stodgy. That's the part that I'm annoyed at more than anything.
Go ahead, Sean. We've been talking over you. Go ahead, Sean.
What I'm trying to say is the KFS audience, half of them, yes, you guys have been saying this, but first of half of them are going to come in there guns blazing in the postgame anyway, right?
Well,
when I talk about the Knicks, now when we talk about the Knicks fan base as a whole, you underestimate how many people in our fan base just watch the Knicks and only the Knicks.
That's fair.
And they look and they don't know that they don't know or they care about what their net rating is. This is then the third. They're gonna look and see the Knicks losing, get their ass kicked by the 9th best team in the Eastern Conference, and say it's embarrassing and they lost their shit.
I should have
been
more specific.
They're right. I'm saying you are underestimating how many people are gonna be like, I'm pissed. They don't know that they were 22-6. They don't listen. The Knicks have been kicking other teams, beat good teams all year, and then they lose by 3. They beat the Warriors by 3, and it's like, I don't know about this team. So you think I can do it for the fucking Hornets?
Josh Hart's shoe fell off.
This any casual that doesn't know how good the Hornets are, I hope you've been listening to Knicks Film School long enough to hear that.
Yeah, and
that's more where I'm at.
I wasn't clear. I was saying but when I say people are going to be upset, I mean the people that watch our postgame show. I don't care about the casual Knicks fan. Not that I don't care about them, but
and I think more people than you realize will be. They're not going to give a rat's ass about their offensive rating since July 1.
So, June, Sean,
since January 1.
Knicks fans.
That's all I'm saying.
that's fine. They can be upset. I don't think it has any bearing on how I feel about this game.
Two things can be true.
Here's where I'm annoyed at.
What?
They just had an offensive. They have Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, Mitchell Robinson, Mikal Bridges, and OG Anunoby in the game. It's a perfectly fine offensive lineup. They just ended that possession with a OG Anunoby, and they're actually defending now. They just ended that possession with an OG Anunoby step back fadeaway three, as Josh Hart streak of 3-pointers made ends officially. First 3-pointers attempted in the game.
I'm proud of him for taking an open three.
Well, it's the first time he's had an open three all night.
He's had a couple, and he's gone full.
Frank Miranda is a troll.
I also recognize he's.
The defense is
The fact that
what did Frank say?
All right, Josh
I'm coping hard, and I was like, I don't know what this about cope. Like, I don't. I'm not saying. So the thing is, I don't believe any of that. I'm saying fans are saying that.
Forget it. Forget that. Drop the conversation. It doesn't matter.
I'm talking about Frank. Is he not a KFS person?
He is.
Yes, he is.
So Frank? What are you saying?
I don't know.
What is Frank saying?
Trolling.
Okay. Then Frank's being Frank.
Yes.
I just want to know
for a cat stinker too. So Frank's, this is your night. This is your time to shine.
I just want to know why this team has not, why they cannot put together coherent offensive possessions against a defense that they should be able to make some hay against. That's the biggest part of my annoyance of this basketball game. It's going to be what I focus the post game on.
That's fine.
This one. You know what? This DJ Creole had a great comment. Here it is, and I love this.
Scott Stern. Yes, the Hornets were favored. The Knicks were underdogs.
This team never punches first. For 2 years, I've had to watch a team that never punches first, and I agree. Like for some reason. No, you know what? No, they punched first against Detroit. Now Detroit just punched them back 9 times in a row in that third game, and they came out against Oklahoma City. But every other game since All-Star break, it's let's see how much energy is required for us to win this game today.
Well, that's not what this game was about, because they came out and it wasn't ideal. Obviously, OG misses a 3 there.
I think it's time to well, you know what?
15
this
points
game ain't over
minutes, and you got 2 days off. It's
that's going to be 16 soon or 18 soon. Yep.
Yeah. Now it's game over. Why did the offense deteriorate into a puddle after the first quarter? Because that was all Jalen Brunson that first quarter. Jalen Brunson was utterly brilliant, and then once Jalen Brunson stopped being brilliant, they couldn't do a blessed thing.
I think a couple guys played poorly. Sure, I think good job on Mike Brown realizing Alvarado was a one and done in this game. Weird Josh Hart game. I'll say that too.
Not a good Josh Hart game.
Not a good Josh Hart game. And when I say weird, I know you said that was his first open look. When he gets in these phases where he's looking to run the offense and be a connector, he doesn't see when he's open all the time. And I think the only caveat is I don't think this was a design to like leave Josh Hart open like some other teams do. But I thought there were some spots where, like, Josh, you don't have to look for the open man. You can just take the shot if you'd like.
I didn't feel like I watched any record scratches though. Maybe
No. This wasn't the San Antonio or Cleveland or Milwaukee being like, hey, we're just gonna guard you like you're precious. No, this was it was within the flow, and he was looking to hit guys in the corners, which the Knicks are better from, and Diawara, OG, other guys are better from.
Meanwhile, you're going to look at still time left, but like that now at this point, they've defended good enough to win the basketball game as Brunson misses a 3. Man, they've had opportunities. I'm curious where their 3-point percentage is at right now, because
they're 9 for 26. They've taken a bunch and they've taken 8 in the fourth quarter.
Oh, that's a travel.
It's not good enough. 9 for 26.
Getting up for the game for me, John, is more of an indictment on effort. I don't think their effort wasn't there. I think this is an execution game, and I don't think they've had a chance to look at this Hornets team since December, and the Hornets have become a juggernaut. That's why I'm not losing sleep over this. I also do not want to see this team in the first round. I don't think anybody does.
I don't think it's a losing sleep game. Again, Josh Hart for 3, and he makes that one.
There you go.
Start a new streak, Josh.
Listen, Minnesota came back from down 13 in overtime.
Look, they're within range. Don't get me wrong.
But they need to stop right now.
And you know who's not on the court?
Cat. It's Cat. Cat didn't have a great game either.
He did not have a great game.
They kind of played him off the court. They kind of played him off the court too, which is what the Hornets do.
He's gonna pull. I'm surprised he didn't.
Get the rebound.
There we go. All
right. Make this a 9-point game.
Let's get 2 points.
To your point about you didn't think it was an effort out of the gate issue, how they've defended in terms of the effort they've defended with, JB.
There you go, Josh.
Come on.
Oh, I must be ahead of you guys.
You're ahead of us.
All right, I won't say anything.
They did not defend with this level of effort. Honestly, up until like this point in the game, up until like the last several minutes.
I thought there was a stretch in the second quarter that they did.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Clarkson brought some energy.
Maybe I'm just hyping up the Hornets, but like they do this to every defense.
No,
they did this to the Celtics in Boston. You know, it's why I'm like, my thoughts on the Hornets as a potential playoff matchup, as there's going to be Knicks fans that are like avoid them at all cost. I think a team will beat them over the course of a 7-game series. Yes. That you will need multiple looks at this to find where the holes are. 1-game samples are your worst nightmare against this team. So I'm actually kind of glad if this ends up being the 2-7 that I get a look at the Hornets tonight.
Oh, that's an offensive foul. You could have called that. And instead, it's going to be a defensive foul. I just love the tenacity they're defending with here in the fourth quarter. It's my favorite thing about the game by far. First thing I've really, truly enjoyed about the game, other than Brunson scoring like he was in the first quarter. That was fun to watch. It sucks. Lows at the line. 2 minutes, 10 points, 2 minutes. It's going to be like maybe 12 points, 2 minutes. Come on, miss one.
And so, like, this is what I'm talking about, where they're finding ways to stop them in the fourth quarter. Maybe over the course of the game, you start to figure it out. I'm almost looking at this as game 0 of a potential 2-7 matchup, you know?
I want to be I'm more bothered by the offense at this point.
Right.
You know?
And they're finding ways in the fourth quarter to, like, you say that they should be able to score points against this defense. This is also the 5th ranked defense in the last 28 games.
They are. They are. I'll be more specific. The fact that Karl Anthony Towns was almost completely neutralized for the entirety of the game, does that say more about the Hornets defense? Does that say more about the Knicks offense? Or does that say more about Karl Anthony Towns?
The third one.
He can't just have a bad game.
No, he can't have a bad game. But usually Cat's bad games are like I didn't. Cat's bad games are never like he shot 3 of 15.
Andrew,
it's the fourth quarter, and I have 3 shots. Andrew, DJ Creel says, Andrew, we don't deserve the second seed.
Why
DJ
not?
Creel, I will say to you, deserve got nothing to do with it.
Also, why don't they deserve the 2 seed?
It was a good job by Mitch not fouling, by the way.
Tell me Josh is going to hit another one.
Of course he is.
You get what you get, and you don't get upset.
Why is that reviewed now? Why
are they going to look at it to be like, is his foot on the line? Yeah, Josh is going to end up with like 4 threes. This is amazing.
Good for him.
Yeah. Look, he's going to have to shoot it to be impactful in the playoffs. You know? Funny, they go on this run and he's got 4 3-point attempts and technically a 5th because his foot was on the line.
Here's a distinction that people are going to be annoyed at. Josh had a poor game. I didn't hate Josh's game. I hated Cat's game.
I like the way that he defended.
Oh God!
I like the way that he defended Knipple, even though Knipple, ended up having a good game. Josh. I thought he made him work. I thought he made him work for it. Oh, guys.
I mean, they may be out of energy at this point.
Yeah, they're cooked.
Yep.
All right, they made him play to the end.
Made him sweat.
Yeah. Look, I'm not treating this like, to Sean's point about the casual Knicks fan, I'm not treating this like a team that's 4 games over 500. It seems 6th in net rating. This is, in my opinion, this could be the second round for me,
I mean, you could definitely say the Hornets are playing like one of the 8 best teams in the league.
I think they're playing like one of the 5 best teams in the league.
That's
John, they're 6th in net rating.
I understand.
Like, what else do you want me to say? Their starting five has the best net rating of any five-man unit with that many possessions.
Hold on. They are playing like one of the 5 best teams in the league.
Yes.
I do not think that they should be, and you're not saying this, they should not be one of the 5 favorites going into the playoffs. No. Probably not even one of the 8 favorites.
The Knicks were playing like one of the 5 best teams in the league over the past 30 games. Like, these are the distinctions you make. This was a matchup for me of like, oh, these are the 2 of the best teams in 2026, or really post MLK Day. You know? Yes. That's why I think it's a good data collection game. All right, you saw the Hornets.
You saw the new Hornets.
Yeah, the team that's you're chasing, that you're competing with for the 2 seed, got run out their own building by the Hornets. You made them run you to the finish line. So I'm taking this as a data collection game. And if the data is that Cat's unplayable in a Hornet series, that's a problem. Don't get me wrong.
That's it. Yes.
It's just a bit. All right. Yeah. I'm going to head over to the post game where I'm going to remain composed. Probably shouldn't say that.
Good man. Did you guys read this this super chat?
We only had one, right? Yeah.
Bill Peterfred speaking to Sean's point. This Hornets team is better than I realized. You should listen to the Knicks Film School pregame pod.
There you
Bill.
go.
I read all the stats today.
All right. Thanks, Andrew, for joining us. Andrew or Sean, thank you for dealing with your computer issues to come on. Thanks, everybody, for checking out another Knicks Film School watch along. We will absolutely be doing these once a week for the rest of the regular season, and then playoffs. I mean, you probably count on most if not every game. All right, so that's it. We will see you guys soon. Peace out. Come join me on the post game.